Did you answer any prank calls thinking it was, ooh, that's crazy.
Hey, what's up? It's Omarion Hampton.
Tre Harris here.
Marquez Bridges.
Hey, what's up? It's Jamari.
This is a Rondé Gaston II.
Keandre Lambert-Smith.
Branson Taylor here.
I'm RJ Mickens.
Falconar, and I'm going to be answering some questions from the internet.
And I'm gonna answer questions from the internet.
Let's get into it.
Who is the GOAT of football?
I mean, there's too many positions on the field. I would have to say Tom Brady. In my position, I say Aaron Donald. In all, I say Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. No debate, no discussion about that one.
Me personally, I'm going to go with Ray Lewis, one of my favorite players of all time, or Lawrence Taylor.
How would you describe the personality of each position group? This is a good one.
Well, a lot of running backs that I met are kind of like on the chill side or not talkative side.
The receivers have their own personality, like they're kind of like divas, not divas, but like, you know, like fashionistas, like.
A lot of people would say we're divas, but I say we're chill people for the most part.
I feel like the D-line, the O-line is the funniest.
Corners, agitators, linebackers, they're the mean ones.
Oh, linemen, 9 times out of 10, they're nasty.
You start getting like the, not smelly, but kind of like, it depends. I can't say smelly because that'd be stereotypical.
They're sloppy, you know, big guys.
Oh, the quarterbacks are professionals.
How far of a field goal kick could you make?
Oh, not very far. 30 yards maybe, that's about it.
20 or 10.
Definitely an extra point.
I can't kick. I suck. I don't think 10, 15 yards probably the best I could get.
I don't know. I feel like I have the leg strength to make it from far, but I don't know about the accuracy and technique. So I'm going to say maybe about 10 yards. I could do a point after try or something like that, you know?
Worst thing that you spent on money. I don't know.
Is it good offense or good defense more important?
I would say good offense, but a good defense is important just because how good offenses are nowadays.
Defense. Defense wins championships, offense wins games.
You know what they say, defense wins championships. So I'm going to go, and I'm a defensive player, so I'm going to go defense.
You know, if you could put your offense in a good position with good defense and good special teams, you know, your offense could will away to score some touchdowns or score some points in any way.
If you could steal one skill from a non-football athlete,
What would it be, and how would you use it on the field?
That's a good question.
oh, you know who I would say? I would steal Mark Henry's strength. He's a WWE wrestler, one of the strongest men in the world.
Russell Westbrook. This is how he plays. He plays aggressive.
Some vert from LeBron James. Let me jump like LeBron James or something.
I don't know, for some reason, something's telling me to say hockey, and I just like feel you use different muscles, how they move and stuff like that. See if I can transition that way they move on the ice hockey field onto the field and stuff like that on the grass.
What is your football ick? If you wear white cleats, you can't wear black socks. And that's really any shoes, to be honest. If you wear a white shoe with a black sock, that's disgusting. That's nasty, I ain't gonna lie. When players like are playing out there and they got like no gloves on, I know it's some great players like Trey Hendrickson, you know, a bunch of guys that go out there and play with no gloves on and be balling. But that's just like the look. When I see a football player, you know, wearing the tights, wearing the socks, wearing the cleats, your helmet, shoulder pads, you have to be wearing some gloves.
My football ick is whenever guys don't wash their hair after practice and we wear a helmet. People are like, oh, I only wash my hair once a week because the oil or something like that. But like every time you get your hair dirty or put on a helmet, you should wash your hair. And you're about to go sleep on your pillow, like head on the pillow, like that's all gross to me. People do that. I mean, I'm not saying here, I haven't had like, I don't know, but in previous, I've seen it happen before. I'm not trying to sell nobody out.
Are defensive linemen allowed to already be standing and simply push down the center when a play starts? I mean, the center's not gonna necessarily let you push him down, to be honest with you. He's kind of already, you know, he's a mean guy. He ain't gonna let you do that, so.
Can the defense just yell over the QB's cadence? No, that's a penalty.
They can make calls, shift calls, but they cannot say hut or say go or, you know, copy anything that would be, you know, sound of the snap, clapping, anything like that.
Yeah, I think it's a taunting foul or something like that. It's a weird penalty, but yeah, they'll call you for it if you make like anything that sounds like a snap count.
Have you had that happen in a game y'all were in before?
I don't have some friends yell and we got flags, so you can't, no talking when the quarterback talking.
Why do receivers sometimes turn their head and raise their arm or give a thumbs up when they're lined up?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, that's really just to tell the sideline judge that you're either on or off the ball.
And the ref is gonna say yes or no. And then they're gonna tell them to move up or move back.
Pretty simple.
WTF does ineligible receiver downfield mean? Why can't everyone on the offense catch the ball? I'm right with you. As an offensive lineman, I want to catch the ball and score some touchdowns too. So I'm right with you.
What is a quarterback actually saying before the snap?
How does everyone know what all the words mean?
Because it's a play, and we kind of study the play. He says the play, and we all know our individual assignment, and then we clap, and we go out there and execute.
Another is, getting a cadence and, getting a jump for those tackles who, have a harder time looking at the ball, so they need a cadence and some help of when the ball will be snapped so they can get into their set.
Oh, I can answer this one easily. Okay, do the offensive linemen and defensive linemen talk to each other at the line of scrimmage?
Of course.
Oh yeah.
All the time, actually.
In game, at practice.
Yes, we do, sometimes. Especially towards the end of the game, it might be a 20-play drive. We're all tired, we'll be talking to each other, just kind of messing with each other.
Does your mind ever wander during the game when you're not in? Yes, it does.
Sometimes it will, to be completely honest with you. If they got some good music, you might start dancing a little bit, might sing along, but if I'm on the sideline watching defense or whether I'm watching offense, I'm kind of keyed in what's going on.
Playing at Penn State when it was freezing, my mind used to wander in hot, Hawaii, anywhere where it felt good. I can end up thinking about anything during the game.
I love football, and I'm always locked in, but you can still enjoy football with a little side conversation or something like that. And that's what you do. You play football and you have fun with it, so don't make it too serious.
What are the refs saying to players when they're breaking up fights?
It's a whole bunch of, hey.
They'll be like, hey, we can't be doing this, we can't be doing that.
All right. If I see any more hands, I want to throw a flag or something. So some refs will be joking around and stuff like that too.
Most of the times they're just saying calm down. Other than that, nothing too crazy.
Have you ever been in a fight on the field or around one?
Yeah, I've been around. I've been around.
What does the team actually talk about in the locker room at halftime?
Do you have time for snacks, the bathroom, etc.?
Yeah, you got plenty of time.
When we used to get into the tunnel and go into the locker room for halftime, we used to have at least 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes while the coaches go talk over the game plan, what needs to change, what doesn't.
As soon as you walk in, you got snacks at your locker. You got plenty of time to go in there, use the bathroom, get taped up, re-taped up, re-stretch. Yeah, you got ample time. You ain't got all the time in the world.
But when we talk about adjustments,
We would talk as DBs, and then we would talk as a whole team, and our head coach would give the overview of how he felt the game was going and what we needed to correct and what we were doing good and what we could do better.
And they'll just be talking to you all the way there until, you got to run back out.
Next one. Do you feel bad when you have to tackle someone on the other team and they're your friend? Heck no, I actually like it even more.
No, I think that would make me want to do it even more.
I had to block some of my friends, and no, it's actually kind of funny, and you get a little bragging rights, especially when they're your roommates. So.
We always talk about when we get to play each other, and now that I'm finally here, we're finally gonna get to play each other. So I got a few friends on my list that I can't wait to tackle.
I play Little League with my friends. No, you don't feel bad. It could be my mama running the ball. She's getting tackled for sure.
If a player says, ouch, do you stop playing? No, you don't. No, you don't.
I done broke some legs growing in high school. You got to keep playing. It's just how it is.
Do smelling salts really smell that bad?
Why do players use them?
I wouldn't say they smell bad, but it just kind of shocks you and it wakes you up.
and they are pretty bad, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm scared of them. I don't really get close to them before a game. I probably should to wake you up, but it'll wake you up to realize, put you on your feet, honestly.
My first time I took it, getting ready to squat, I started crying. It went through my nose, through my eyes, but I hit about 20 reps too, though.
I actually used smelling salts before every game last year. I did 3 or 4 times throughout the game. I like them a lot. I don't know why. It's hard to explain. You gotta get one to smell one.
Sniff small, do not take a big sniff.
How do the pre-draft interviews work for NFL prospects?
How do teams contact you?
Do you have to dress up for those?
For interviews, you do not have to dress up in no suit or anything like that for the interviews. It depends whether it's on Zoom before or after the combine or during the combine.
If you are at the combine, those will kind of just pop up on your Teamworks, which is just an app that just notifies you for your events for the day.
If it's outside of the combine, it'll be a scout that, gets your number that you've probably given to your coach, that's, coaches help give it to them. They just want to test how smart you are, how fast you can pick up offenses. A lot of teams do it a lot of different ways, so there's no one set way on how teams do interviews. It's all different.
Did you answer any prank calls thinking it was, ooh, that's crazy.
Did you answer any prank calls thinking it was an NFL team calling during your draft? No, but I've seen that happen. That happened to a lot of people this year. That's crazy.
I'm glad nobody didn't call me and prank me. If they did, I don't know what I would have did. That's hard. Blessing to the people that did get prank called, because that's messed up.
I think that would have took a little excitement out of my whole draft process if that would have happened to me. Thank God didn't nobody do that to me.
Did you answer any prank calls thinking it was an NFL team calling during the, oh no, I ain't play that. I was blocking people, I'm sorry, but my dad, he kept calling me trying to find the B&B. I had to text him, I said, Dad, don't call me again.
How do draft picks already have the head of the team drafting them?
The NFL sends you like a packet of like all the teams.
Probably still to this day, there's probably still 31 other hats sitting in my garage right now. But we're gonna throw those away soon. So that's how that happens.
Straight to the trash?
Yeah, straight to the trash. We don't care about none of that.
I actually have a funny story about that. Me and 3 friends went to 4 different lids. We probably drove for about 3 or 4 hours just trying to find all 32. And we found 28 in store, and then we had to order the rest of the 4.
Like my dad went and shopped for all these hats. He drove like an hour and a half to somewhere that had one. Yeah, he actually the day of the draft. As soon as the draft ended, like I think 5 or something like that, he drove an hour and a half to get me a hat and came back.
What do you do with all the other hats?
Oh, you return them. Yeah, you give them right back. The Liz guys were not happy at that one, I'll tell you that.
Do the draft picks get their paycheck on the day they get drafted? No.
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 No, it's not how it works.
Dude, some guys, no, you do not. You do not get your paycheck. You gotta work.
A lot of people think as soon as you get drafted, you're a multi-millionaire or whatever it may be, but the answer to that question is no. No. Listen, no.
Y'all trying to clock our pockets, Jesus. How do players choose between different styles of cleats, helmets, and visors?
I mean, it's just personal choice, personal swag.
There's also levels to it. Sometimes you get to choose, sometimes you don't. When you at this level, you choose everything though, like what's more comfortable, what fits you the best.
Different positions kind of wear different things. I feel like you don't really see O-linemen wearing like visors. I mean, they could, it just depends on what they like.
For me, I got probably the worst swag on the field. The cleats, I like the most comfortable cleats. Visors, I hate them. I like the clear visor. One time in college, I got poked in the eye. So, I rock the clear visor, and it looks cool, but I do it for more protection than looks cool.
Where do people watch tape?
I see this phrase a lot online where people say they watch tape on players.
Where is that tape accessed?
You can watch it in your film room with your position coach. You can watch it with your offensive coordinator. You can watch it with the head coach. You can watch it with other guys. Anywhere in the facility, there's probably some room or some way you can find out how you can watch film and who you should be watching film on and exactly what you should be watching.
And we can watch almost anything. XFL, TFL, college, D2, D3, JUCO, every game from every year from the past 10 years. There's like everything on there, every football game that's ever been played that's like above high school level, of course.
Players watch a lot of film.
You got games up there, you got practice, study players, study yourself, and get better.
How do players remember all the names of different plays in their playbook? That's pretty hard.
I guess you just gotta study, I guess.
I'm going through right now as a rookie. We made a Quizlet, all the rookies have, and we've been going over it every single night.
A lot of it comes with association. Say you have a play called hot dog, you'll have another play called bun.
I like to get with a coach like one-on-one. I feel like that helps a lot instead of being in like a big group.
Behind the scenes, a lot of people might not understand, but you repping it 1,000 times before you run it in the game. You may not see it, the meetings, the walkthroughs, and everything that come before a game, they'll allow you to be understand.
What are you gonna do for the rookie talent show? Is it a rookie talent show? What is that?
Please don't tell me we got a rookie talent show. I hope this is not true. If I do, I'm gonna sing though. I'm gonna sing some Alicia Keys or something.
I probably sang Clario, Pretty Girl, out loud. You see, that's a good
choice.
Yeah.
Are you practicing at all? all? Or?
No, I know that by heart right now, so.
How do players choose their jersey numbers?
Are certain position groups restricted to certain jersey numbers?
In your position, you're going to be limited to a certain amount of numbers. So I know in my position, a couple single-digit numbers, teens and 80s.
There's players on the team that were here before you, or players that were here a long time before you that have their jersey retired, whether they were in the Hall of Fame or not, and they have a set of numbers that they give you that you could pick between 84, 85, 86. I picked 86 because my dad also wore 86.
One of my fellow cousins that passed away, he wore number 3. My uncle who passed away played in NFL. Josh Evans also wore number 91, so those numbers combined together. And then Antonio Cromartie, who played here once before too, so that number 31 means a lot to me.
Ooh, good question. When did you know you wanted to play football as a career?
Since a kid.
Playing running back, Little League, seeing the people that was always around with the Carolina Panthers during the time. Small town South Carolina, North Carolina, either you play football or you do something else, so it's real big in the South. During my freshman year of college at Pitt, I got put on my butt, but that just kind of like turned it on for me, and I just wanted to show people that I have the talent. It's just the work ethic that I need to put in.
What's something about football that would surprise people?
I'd definitely say just the amount of preparation and practice that goes into it. Football is the only sport where you practice 10 times more than you play.
It's a lot more mental than you would think. You think you would just be running around, but there is so many checks and calls, and it's like learning rocket science. Actually having to do it and then adjust to what the other person is doing in that sense, and then physically being able to have to do it, those are all things that make it harder than any job on the planet, I believe.